The officer's face changed the moment he saw my father's name. His pen stopped mid-page. His eyes flicked to the door. Then he stood, crossed the room and locked it. The click echoed through the silence. I didn't understand why a man processing a simple VA loan would need privacy, until he looked at me with something between disbelief and pity. "Your father's service file is classified Black Ops," he said quietly. "There's a compensation package waiting." For a second I couldn't breathe. All my life, 30 long years, I believed my father died broke. A forgotten soldier with nothing but a folded flag left behind. But the tremor in that officer's voice told me I'd been living inside someone else's lie. And for the first time since 2008, I felt the past start breathing again. I walked out of that office with a sealed envelope and a ghost that refused to stay buried. I could still hear my stepmother's voice from years ago, sharp, cruel, final. "Your dad was a loser. And so are you." She said it as she threw me out of the only home I'd ever known. My father's medals still hanging in the hallway. I was 19. Too angry to fight. Too hurt to understand. I built my life from nothing, warehouse shifts, a tiny apartment, nights staring at the ceiling, wondering who my father really was. Now everything I thought I knew had cracks. The envelope felt heavier with every mile home. When I finally opened it, my hands were shaking. Inside, a document stamped restricted. 3 unfamiliar names. A project code name. Coordinates blacked out. And one handwritten line that hadn't faded with time. Final beneficiary, Elizabeth Carter. My stepmother's maiden name. She'd known. All along. The woman who called my father worthless was living off his silence. I didn't call her. Not yet. I wanted to know everything. So I started digging archives, old military records, a few quiet favors from friends still in uniform. Piece by piece, the truth came together. South America. A covert recovery mission that went wrong. 3 soldiers officially declared dead. Unofficially, they came home paid to stay silent. My father was one of them. The payout, enough to change our lives, was never his. Because Elizabeth Carter filed for it 2 days after his death certificate was signed. The signature wasn't his. It was hers. All those years I blamed my father for leaving us with nothing. He didn't. She took everything. His pension, his silence, his name, and built her life on the ashes of his. I found her address. Same house. Same driveway. A new car out front, paid in cash. I didn't sleep that night. Just sat at the kitchen table, documents spread out, listening to the clock tick. Each sound felt like a countdown. 2 weeks later I called. She agreed to meet. Polite, curious, unaware that the ground beneath her feet was about to collapse. Her house hadn't changed. White porch. Roses. The faint smell of bleach. She poured me wine. I didn't touch it. "I got a call from the VA," I said casually. "About Dad." She froze, not much but enough. Her hand hovered over the glass a second too long. "What about him?" "They said there's money. Black Ops payout. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?" Her eyes flicked toward the hallway, his old study. That was her mistake. I slid the file across the table. Every page marked. Every date aligned. Every forged signature highlighted. Her face drained of color. "That's fraud," I said quietly. She didn't speak. I waited. When she finally looked up, her lips trembled. "He left it to me," she whispered. "No," I said. "He didn't say anything, because you forged it." The silence that followed was heavier than any scream. I didn't yell. I didn't threaten. I just took out my phone, hit record, and placed it on the table. "Tell me how you did it," I said. And she did. Not because she wanted to, but because guilt and fear speak the same language. When she finished, I stopped the recording, pocketed my phone, and stood. "Federal fraud carries 10 years, I told her softly. "Or you can sign everything over. The house. The accounts. All of it." Her voice broke. "You can't." I leaned in. "You took his life once. I'm just taking it back." Her hand shook as she signed. Every letter a confession. Driving away, I didn't feel triumph. Just stillness, the kind that comes after years of noise. The house shrank in my rearview mirror. So did the past. I thought about my father then. Not the soldier, but the man who kept secrets to protect me. He never saw what she became. Maybe that's mercy. The compensation arrived a month later. I didn't spend a cent. Instead, I opened a small foundation in his name, Quiet Anonymous. Some debts aren't paid with money, only with silence. I keep his file in a drawer beside my bed. And every night before I sleep, I look at the last page, his real signature, and whisper the words I wish he'd heard before he died. She didn't win, Dad. Not in the end.